So when connecting your shore power lead, we open the flap, lift the lid on the plug, engage the plug and the lid into the socket. That then locks into place. You can then turn the system on. And to remove it, you press the blue trigger on the left hand side, disengage the plug and close the flap. So once you've put your shore power lead in, turn our inverter control to charger only. We get two lights here to indicate we're charging and that we've got power. So that gives you power to your sockets, your hot water and your battery charger. When you want to disconnect, we turn it to the off position. And once we're not connected to shore power and we want power supply to our sockets for mobile phone charging, use of TV or microwave, we then turn that to the on position and we get the blue light indication there to show that we've got power. And just turn it off when not in use. So on our gas system we have two bottles, they'll both be turned on. They're on an automatic switch over, so you don't have to turn any bottles off or on. Main thing we have to show you is the emergency control valve down there. So if you smell gas on board and you're concerned, turn it off there, give us a call and we'll be out with you as soon as possible. So on our hob and cooker we have a gas tap for each item. So the cooker gas tap is there, hob gas tap is there, so when they're in line with the pipe they're on, and when they're horizontal they're off. So the igniter on the cooker face ignites the hob as well. So you hold the knob, turn the knob and hold it in for a couple of seconds, ignite the burner and then release. Same for the grill and the oven. Remember to leave your grill door open when grilling and don't close that or this until everything is cooled down. Just remember to isolate your gas taps when you've finished cooking. So here we have our heat control. So we've got two functions on this. We've got hot air and cold air. Top left hand corner is cold air circulation. The top right is heating. We have our heat indication arrows here, so we can adjust our temperature depending on how hot you want it inside the boat. And we turn the heater on, we get the symbol that states on the screen. Wait for at least 10 minutes for it to do its run up cycle, and then you can turn it off after that point at any time. So down here we have our 4 gauges. So we've got our fuel, our water and our toilet tanks. So when the toilet tanks get into the red, you want to think about getting a pump out, and when the water tank gets into the red, you need to think about filling up with water. So our startup procedure on this boat, first of all we need to make sure our controller is in the neutral position. Disengage it from the gears and put the throttle on. Turn the ignition to heat for 10 to 12 seconds. And you can then fire up. Give it a good rev, get the batteries excited, alternator starts charging. So on the side of the dash here we have 5 lights, so the green light will always be on whilst you're running. We have our oil pressure, engine temperature, domestic batteries and engine battery. If you get any of the red lights on whilst travelling, you need to moor up, cut the boat out and give us a call as soon as possible. We also have a reversing camera to aid with your reversing. We have our bow thruster here. We hold the button down for a few seconds to make it live. We've then got starboard thrust, port thrust. Just hold it down to turn that off, and to stop your engine, push the stop button and turn your ignition to the off position. So to the left hand side of our helm position we have our refrigerator switch, our water pump switch, our wiper switch and our horn switch. So here we have our radio and our satellite TV system. So the radio operates by pressing the source button in the top left hand corner. So you've got your auxiliary lead there and your CD player in the top, and to turn that off, hold the source button for a couple of seconds. Your satellite TV system, you'll need your inverter on for the power to the television and the satellite box. Flick that switch on. So once you've turned your satellite system on and your inverter on for your power supply, turn the television and the Humax box on. So we have 2 remotes. So once your satellite system is running, you can control that with this remote here, so channels up and down. Turn that off. If you want to use a DVD, top right hand corner of the screen we have our source button for the telly. Scroll down the menu to DVD, and then put your DVD in the side of the screen there. Right, toilet control panel here, we have 4-button panel. So before we use the toilet, we fill the bowl. Once we've used the toilet, depending on what we've done, we use a quick flush or a full flush. And once we've used the toilet completely, we empty it. That just takes out any extra water in the bowl, leaves the bowl dry so it don't smell. We also have our shower pump switch there. Depending on how long you're in the shower, you may need to press it a couple of times because it only runs for around about 2 minutes.